Hello everyone and welcome to the long-awaited Blackwing combo video. Everything you need to know about Blackwings. How do you combo? How do you play through hand traps? What is your ideal end board? How do you play through disruptions? How do you play through board breaker? And more. What do you do turn 2? All that kind of jazz. I'm Earl, you know me as the UA guy, the Runic Musket guy, and now recently the Blackwing guy, We got Blackwing out there. We made Blackwing tier 3. And now it's time to teach people how to use it. We got the fans. Now let's get the fans. Now let's turn the fans into players. So the first thing you need to do, you need to know about Blackwings is that turn 1, this deck is not supposed to lose. When you go first, you're effectively FTKing, and unless the opponent opens the most cracked thing ever, I'm talking shit like double evenly and like 4 cards, like enough of gas, or like cold buy and all that kind of shit, like with double evenly, or like dark ruler and double evenly, like it just a lot needs to be on the opponent's hand for them to break the regular turn 1 board, right? And the regular turn 1 board is what we consider the moon plus Avata. I'm sorry, Simoon plus any Blackwing name, right? So anything. It can be another Simoon, it can be a Sudri, Avata, whatever it is. As long as it reads Blackwings, it works. And I'll just show you the regular turn 1 combo. And then I'll show you like a bunch of like other like regular hands, like the kind of hands you would usually get, just to have a good idea. But the combo usually goes, activate Simoon by banishing the 1 Blackwing. That's all you need the other Blackwing for, right? And then you add Sudri by normal summoning Simoon. This is a fairly like long but simple combo to understand, right? You normal summon Sudri effect, spell effect. You kind of want to do this order just to it plays around certain like hand traps a bit better, right? And now the Black Feather Whirlwind effect adds the Vata, while the Sudri adds the Shamal. Right? Activate Shamal. Put it anywhere you want. Activate Vata. Vata special summon. Vata use effect. Go into Zephyros and send Chinook. Like send Zephyros and Chinook along with Vata to get the level 8. Activate the Black Feather Whirlwind. Bring back the Vata. And now here is where a lot of people kind of like make a mistake. They just go into Nothang directly here. You don't want to go into Nothang directly because it can mess up with your plays in certain scenarios, right? You want to activate the Sudri here. Tribute this, go into, you get the token, and now you go into the Nothang, and I'll explain why in a minute. So this is one of the big choke points of the deck, right? So if you don't do this line, unless you're on Chaos Angel, assuming the opponent just has like a Bestial on the Sudri, like if they just Bestial the Sudri here, unless you're on Chaos Angel, you actually just lose. You pass on nothing. You can't extend past that point unless you activate the Sudri effect to tribute, right? Because you want the token. You won't be able to have like you won't have another tuner on the board without that, and without Chaos Angel, there's nothing else you can do, right? It's over. But anyway, so the combo went you Nothang on summon. It's a mandatory effect. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you gotta do about it. And then on the Nothang summon, the Shamal activates to add the Sudri back to the hand, and you normal summon Sudri again, right? You can see how the line goes, right? So if you can normal summon shit to get the advantage from Black Whirlwind and the Sudri, which are both not once per turn, you want a normal summon, right? You get the trap here. You get the trap and the level 1, the Orochi. The Orochi is used to make the hot red, right? So here is where you activate the Zephyros. Bounce back the Black Feather Whirlwind, the spell. Right? Special summon Orochi. Activate the spell. Now, here is where you could fuck up, right? First things first, you go into the hot red. I like to put him in the action monster zone just to have the field here, like to play. You don't activate the spell here. You go into Boreas Storm. Boreas Storm you again don't activate the spell. Boreal Storm activates, send Shamal. It is important that you send Shamal. It's not too important, but it is important enough, right? Now, Boreal Storm, yes, you want to Synchro Summon. Boreal Storm and Nothang go into the Tax Dragon, right? Now you activate the spell. Bring back the Boreal Storm. Boreal Storm plus Sudri, another Tax Dragon. And now, because we have Boreal Storm and the Black Dragon in the grave, the Blackwing Dragon in the grave, you can banish both to get the third Tax Dragon. Now, what is this field? Let's talk about this field for a second, right? So, this is an Omni Negate on any card on the field, which means it doesn't have to be a direct chain to that card. What does this mean? Most boards that rely on like heavy monster effects actually lose to Dark Ruler, right? Not this board. Because if you get Dark Ruler here, you can chain the trap to summon like whatever Blackwing you want. Usually you would summon the Full Armor Master for the towers, but you would summon the you would just chain this to the Dark Ruler, and then chain your Hot Red to your trap to negate the Dark Ruler, right? Because Dark Ruler says you cannot chain it, but you can still negate it. So as long as it's not a direct chain to the Dark Ruler, you can just negate it with Hot Red. Now, if they have Evenly, you just negate the Evenly. If they have Dark Ruler plus Evenly, it still does not matter. You activate the Twin Shadow. Twin Shadow gets the Full Armor Master after you get like double Evenly, or like basically like if you get your full board wiped by Evenly, you only keep the trap. You activate the trap to summon the Full Armor Master, and then the Sharnga, the Shamal activates to add the Chinook back to hand, and the Chinook is protection. Or if you're confident enough that they cannot out the Full Armor Master, then you can just add the Sudri. Because Sudri is follow up for next turn. You can just normal summon him again, start searching again. You know, Sudri is your best card in terms of like follow up once you have monsters on the board. So that's kind of the ideal turn one. And this they have to out this in under 4 monster effects. They have 3 monster effects, and the 4th one kills them. So in under 4 monster effects, they have to out this board, which just is not gonna happen. Tyr is not playing through this board. Like Dragon Link is not playing through this board. Sprite is not playing through this board, right? And you also have destruction protection after they activate a monster effect once. Once you get counters on these boys, you have destruction protection from both battle and card effects once per turn. If you have two Black Feather Whirlwinds, it's twice per turn because the protection here is not a hard once per turn, right? So let's skip over the nerd stuff here, right? So this is your ideal turn 1 board, and as you can see, 3 cards in hand. This was exactly any Blackwing name plus Simoon gets you this board every single time, right? This gets banished in the end phase, by the way. But yeah, let's go over like a couple more usual hands that you'll get, and then we'll go into like what is the number 1 tip for any like aspiring Blackwing player. So now you might be asking, yo, what do I do with this hand? Well, what you do with this hand is you can just small world, right? You can even banish the Ash with my list, right? You can. I'll just use the Ash to show you what the banish is. Ash banish this, and then you can just add Simoon, and then Simoon banish 1, and you go into the regular combo all over again, right? However, I'm going to show you like another like regular like combo you will be in. So let's just say you have Sudri. Sudri by himself is not combo. So what we're going to assume here is we're going to assume our hand is just Sudri plus the Vata. So let's see, how do we combo with just these two? Normal summon Sudri effect, get Shamal. Now, Sudri can search both Vata and Shamal. So if your hand was Sudri plus Shamal, it is the exact same combo. You just normal summon Sudri, get Vata instead, right? It does not change. You activate Shamal, place the Black Feather Whirlwind, activate the Vata. I'm sorry, special summon the Vata, use the Vata effect, send Zephyros, and send this guy, right? Seems like similar enough up to this point. Bring back the Vata. Go into Nothang. Activate Shamal. Now here's where in normal summon Sudri again, right? Normal summon Sudri. Now let me think how we want to go about this board, right? Because this board is gonna be trippy this, then that, get that, get that. We're gonna get the Black Feather Whirlwind. You could also get the trap, and your board won't be as good turn one, but you will still have the trap to follow back to, which I really like. So this is one of those combos where it's like it's a bit of freestyle. So there is definitely some leeway in how you want to play this, right? So let's activate the Zephyros, bounce this back, get this. Special summon this. So tribute the Nothang here. Go into this. We go into Boreas Storm. Now here's what you can do something fun, right? Here you can send Boreas. You can activate Boreas Storm to send the Orochi. Okay. Wait, no. My bad. Almost fumbled the back here. So you're going to the Hot Red. You can also go into like a tax dragon there, right? But it's fine. So as you can see, I actually misplayed a bit. I did not need the second Black Whirlwind, which is fine, right? Which is fine. If you do misplay, it's not a big deal, right? It is actually not a big deal. Just assume you search the trap here, and that's the only difference. You did not need this, right? Just assume you search the trap, right? And what is this board? This board is double tax dragon, hot red, and the trap in the back, right? So even though you did not have the regular like Simoon starter, you did not have the Black Whirlwind, you did not have any of that. All you missed out on was a third tax dragon. All right, so you can really freestyle with a lot of these hands. Now let's see like another hand. Well, what is another hand that you can cook with? And usually like when you start seeing some of these hands, you're going to be like, okay, so I know these hands and like 3 tax dragon, for example, right? This hand is the exact same as the last one. Okay, so let's do the combo again, right? So let's do this. We're just going to banish the Ash here again. We're going to do this just to show you that Ash can actually go into anything you want, right? You can even search Maxi. But for the sake of the combo, we're going to search Vata. Right? So normal summon Sudri. Search Shamal. Activate Shamal. Let's set the cold buy so we don't have to deal with it. So activate Vata. Send Zephyros, send the Chinook. We have another Chinook in hand, but we don't care about that, right? Special summon. You get the Vata. Now you can see how this combo is very similar to the last one, right? So if you are able to just to use the Nothang effect to get the extra normal summon off of Sudri, you use it, right? Just because it's so good. Getting the extra like body on the field plus a search off of Sudri is insane. So Sudri is like your best card. Normal summon Sudri again. Activate. Get the trap. Set the trap so it doesn't bother us. Activate Zephyros, bounce the spell back. Activate the spell, activate the Sudri, tribute the Nothang, get the token. Go into Body Storm. Now, the Body Storm here is what depends on what you want to end on. So you activate the Body Storm, don't activate the spell, right? You always want to save the second use of the spell for the Body Storm. Like, you want to revive the Body Storm. Get the Body Storm off of the field first, then revive it. But anyway, so here, if you send the Orochi, Body Storm will become level 1 and you can go into Hot Red, right? But then you sacrifice one of the Tax Dragons. So in this board, you will definitely end on 2 Tax Dragons, and then the third monster will be either the third Tax Dragon or Hot Red. It's up to you. In this line, I will go Sharnga. Why Sharnga? Because I want to show you that Sharnga gets you like 1 extra disruption on the board technically, but usually you would likely prefer to go Orochi just because the Omni Negate is very good to deal with like problematic cards like Evenly, right? So just being able to negate like an Evenly or Dark Ruler, right, which would have turned off your whole board, like all 3 Tax Dragons. But you know, but anyways, for the sake of Sharnga, for the sake of the video, let's just send Sharnga here. Synchro summon. Tax Dragon. Now you activate the spell. Bring back Boreal Storm. Second tax. And now the third tax track. Now, what do we have here? Assume the Cold Buy is in hand, by the way. So, off of a 2-card combo, off of Sujiri plus Vata, we're able to get 3 Tax Dragons or 2 Tax Dragons plus an Omni Negate, with the trap in the back, which can lead to either the towers, the full armor master, or you can summon this, which can pop 2 cards on the field. 2 monsters that are not linked, that have a defense of less than 2800, which is usually most monsters on the board, right? So what else though? You have the Sharnga in the graveyard once you activate the trap. So once you activate the trap, the Sharnga will be able to just pop any face-up card on the field. So a skill drain, I don't know, anything you want, you can just pop it. It is very good. But after you activate the Twin Shadow. Anyway, so there was like another test hand. Let's try something else, right? Let's try like something without Sudri. We've tried the lines with Sudri. Let's try a line without Sudri. I hope I open small world here so I can just search anything else. See, like you can cook with this hand, right? You can just small world into Simoon and just go full combo. But because I showed you the Simoon combo already, let's just like go over this. Let's just skip this part. I want to get like a Vata plus Shamal hand just to show you what the deck, what that hand can do. Perfect, actually perfect. So anyway, we have Shamal plus Vata. What do we do with this hand? Easy. Activate Shamal. Normal summon Vata. Activate the Vata. Now this will be like where things are a bit different, right? The combo is a tiny bit different here. Blackwing Dragon. Here is where you gotta like you gotta be careful not to mix these 2 effects up, right? Because usually you would play this differently. You activate the Black Feather Whirlwind, special summon Zephyros, and activate Shamal, get the Vata in the hand. Right? You might be like, yo, what is he cooking? Remember that we did not special summon the Vata. We normal summon the Vata. So this right here gives us a free level 7 synchro. I'm sorry. So we go into Boreal Storm here. Why do we go into Boreal Storm directly and not Simoon? Bricks every game. That is cap though. I've done this. I've been in this solo mode for like 5 games, and all hands have been playable. So why do we not go into Nothang here, but go into Boreal Storm instead? Well, you can just look at the hand and be like, okay, so What do I gain from normal summoning anything here? Nothing, right? So you're just going to Boris turn directly because you would just gain no advantage of nothing. You would just like get a random thing on the field. Now here we activate Boris Storm, send a level 2 to the graveyard, or you can just send the Orochi, right? Both work. Both work. So if you send Shanga, you end on triple tax. If you send Orochi, you end on the Hot Red plus 1 tax strike. So let's just send Orochi here for the sake of the video. Let's do Zephyros. Bounce this shit back just so we don't get the damage from that. So this guy can absorb the damage. Activate this. So now I'm also going to show you something funny. So no, the chat will not be hidden, by the way. No. So we go into this. But let's say you misclicked, right? Let's say you went into Hot Red or the first tax, whatever you want, and you actually forgot to activate this. What do? Doesn't matter. You banish these. You're going to Winged Assault. Now you activate the spell, bring back the Boris Storm. It is the exact same thing. Nothing changes. Right? Absolutely nothing changes. Even if you misclick on the spell, it is fine. Right? So this hand, DC is Shamal plus Vata. So where's the Shamal? So Shamal here plus Vata. The Shamal did end up getting banished, right? Shamal plus Vata gets you this. Now, as I said, if you want to send the Shanga, you can end on triple tax here, but I feel like the negate here is very useful, right? And now, what do we do going second though? How do we play through hand traps? How do we do like how do you do non-linear lines? Well, if you've been listening to me like throughout this combo, like throughout these combos, I guess, you'll understand that I always just try to explain why you're doing certain plays, right? So if your combo can go into a Nothang, like usually your plays would be like level 4, level 6, level 8, right? And then you go into the level 10s as like the boss monster. So why would you go into a Nothang if you have a rank 6 play, if you have a rank 6 synchro play? Because you might want to have something you want to normal summon. What is something you want to normal summon? A Sudri is something you want to normal summon in particular, right? So if you have a Sudri you can normal summon, definitely go for the Nothang line. If you don't have one, you can go for Boris Storm, because Boris Storm just gives you like that freedom to play with the levels however you want. So where do you go for like a Draco line? You go for a Draco line when your hand is I'll try to get a Simoon plus double Whirlwind hand here, so I can show like the absolute peak of this deck, right? Let me see. See, this hand is still playable, by the way. You can still play. You can just go into Boreal Stone, do a bunch of things, but this line is way too what is the word I'm looking for here? Way too non-linear to explain, right? Sometimes you just got to play by feel. So this is the regular line, right? This doesn't really give you much. Just the regular Simoon line, except you banish the Orochi here, right? Dude, Bear, that hand was playable. You go into Boreal Storm, summon a Bestial, and then go, you can definitely cook. Retry. Let's see if we can get Simoon plus Blackwing. Black Whirlwind. Why wouldn't you banish the other dude? Orochi is useful because then you bring back the Orochi and Shanga. Actually, if we get that hand one more time, okay. Let's just show you for the sake of the video. Let's show you this, right? So here we have the Shanga. So you just go the usual combo, and then at the end you search Orochi. Like just go usual combo. But if you have Orochi, when you would search Orochi during the combo, you search Sharingan instead, right? And use. Okay, let me just explain, right? Wait, no, this might be a bit weird to explain. Dude, no, because I haven't gone into them. Because I'm trying to explain I'm not trying to explain the chaos lines. SMH DC. SMH. Let me see. Again, this hand is combo. How is this hand combo? Small world, get the Ash turns into the moon or anything you want, right? And there you go. Full combo. Retry again. Going first. Let's see what we can cook here. Let me see if I can get another Orochi plus Simon hand. Okay, this works. Okay, wait. This also is another important line. What if you draw Zephyros plus Simon? Okay, so you banish this guy. Normal summon the Simon. Search the Sujru. We're not gonna assume we have Sujru in hand, right? This is just we're gonna do the combo from the beginning. Now I'm not gonna like go through step by step just as I did because I've explained this combo like twice already. So you probably know how the combo generally goes. I will be explaining what is different this time though. So activate Shamal, get the spell, special summon Vata. This does not matter. You can just send Simone. It's fine. Usually we would send like Sudri plus that, but you know it doesn't really matter. What if Zephyros is not in your deck, like with this line where you had to banish the Zephyros, it doesn't really matter too much what you send. So special activate the Black Whirlwind. Get this guy. You can tribute the Zephyros here. Actually, let's just tribute the Simone. It's fine. Going to Nothung. Only thing different is no, it's not. It's not because you had to special summon the Zephyros, which kind of ruins a bit of the play. So add Sudri back. The Chaos Angel, the ending on Chaos Angel on top of everything else requires you to have the Chaos cards, which is why you run them. Get the Orochi again. And now here's where you add. Let me see. Yep, you add the second spell here. You activate the second spell. Special summon Orochi. Bro, forgot the combos. Ayo, I mean it happens, you know, it happens. As I've said before, I'm a play by feel kind of guy, right? I did this. Bring back the tuner. Going to this bitch. You have to send the Zephyros there, by the way. You specifically have to send the Zephyros there. Send Shamal, as I've said. Now, what do we send Shamal, by the way? In this line, it does not matter, but when you have the usual lines where you hand on the trap, the Shamal adds you like a card to the hand. That's why you have to send the Shamal. The second Shamal in the graveyard is a follow-up. So that's why you got to do this. So activate the Zephyros. Bounce this shit back. Activate the spell. Bring back the Boreal Storm. Yes. How do you break boards? Breaking boards is not something the deck does. You don't break the board, you play through the board into an OTK. I'll try to explain. So what is different from the usual thing? You drew the one Garnet in your deck, by the way. You only play one Garnet, it's the Zephyros. you drew it. You still end on the exact same board, except you just don't have the trap. And that's the only difference. But instead of the trap, you actually have two battle and destruction protections instead. So it's good enough. So I'm going to try to get the Orochi plus the Moon line, since DC was asking. And drawing exactly Orochi or Shanga, by the way, actually adds on a better board. Yeah, good enough. Small world. So okay, so let's say you have the might in your hand. What do you use to bridge into your ship? You can banish the Vata, you can banish the might here. It does not matter. Banish might, banish a bestial, and then get anything you want. In this case, I'm gonna grab the Orochi. Now let's see. Banish. We're not gonna act like I have two of these fucking guy in hand, by the way. We're just gonna add the third one regardless. Shamal. Simone lines. Yeah, but like freaking DC asked, yo, why would you banish the Orochi? I'll explain why here. So this guy, you know the usual lines. Also, I explained the Sudri lines already. I explained the usual Sudri line. Here's where you add the Orochi. You special summon the Orochi, and you might be thinking, yo, what the fuck are you cooking, bro? Activate Sudri. Tribute this. Going to Nothang. Shamal activate, bring back the Sudri. You're kind of getting the idea now. You know, if you can normal summon again, if you can normal summon a Sudri again, you want to go for the Nothang line, right? And also something good about the Nothang for like those like annoying towers that like you can't target and shit. This guy is non-targeting, drop the attack. Non-targeting, man. It is so nice. And permanently. This guy is also permanent attack, but this guy is targeting. So this is where the line changes a bit, right? Because we already have the Orochi on the board. You add the Shanga. Right? Shanga. You add the trap. The trap part does not matter. Set the trap. Special summon Shanga. Activate Zephyros. Hot red. You can Raikiri bat. So anyway, so now you go into Boreal Storm. Oh, by the way, Orochi is good going second if you like tribute this, because if they put all their monsters into defense, this guy can put them into attack mode, which will actually allow you to like go into your OTK line with Arc Rebellion. So anyway, so same line. And what did we gain from like going this line? Because I did say that this line is actually better by a bit, but better. With this line, you actually get an extra Shanga in the graveyard, which is a pop after you use the trap. With the regular line, like if the name is anything but Shanga or Orochi, you don't get that. Synchro summon. And as I said, even if you misclick here and don't activate the spell, it's not a big deal. Right? Let's say I misclick. Now you gotta not misclick though. If you misclick here, that's on you. That's 2 misclicks in a row, you know? At some point it's gonna start to matter. So this board is protection from destruction. Only 3 monster effects allowed. 1 Omni negate. This is a pop 2 Order Towers. There's a Shanga in the graveyard. This thing can actually special summon the Chinook, which you got in the graveyard, which is a monster negate. And then the Shanga will actually add Suji to the hand for follow-up. Right? So this board is not beatable, straight up. Even if they evenly resolve, let's say they hit you with double evenly, you still have Twin Shadow, you have the Shanga pop in the graveyard, and Shamal can add the Chinook if you want to protect the towers. Or you can just add the Sudri. Up to you. right? So let's is there anything I haven't gone over? Any line that I have not gone over? So I've gone over like the usual, which is like Sudri plus Vata or Shamal. I've gone over Vata plus Shamal. I've gone over all the Simoon lines. Let me see if I can get Simoon plus double whirlwind, because that is actually a tiny bit different. Tiny bit. You end on Draco Berserker as well. If you have Simoon plus Black Whirlwind, very playable hand actually, but like nothing new. It's that is easy when you have everything. Okay, you think so? Suji one card combo. Suji is not one card combo. You don't end on anything with Suji one card combo. Like the most Sudri does on its own, Sudri on its own, the only thing he does is like a tax dragon. You know, like let me just show you, right? No, tax dragon, not Blackwing dragon. Blackwing dragon is ass. So like this will be like the line, right? So Sudri effect Vata activate. Where's the where's the shit? Where's the shit? Where's this? Let me see if I can handle something a tiny bit better though. Anything I can do here? Because I'm trying to think of like if there's like a Chaos Angel line here that could help. But no, there's just nothing that you can really realistically do here. Because I could go like tribute this. The Zephyros bounces back the Sudri, and then normal summon the Sudri again because we make Nothang, but doesn't really lead to much. So like with that line you can handle like full armor master plus Chaos Angel, which isn't much. Or a little bit like Vata for real. But yeah, so like usually the usual line would just be this, right? Get this. See, like this is the issue, right? So like if you had anything that you could bounce back besides this, anything else, right? Even this. So in this case, we just go Boris Storm, send Shanga, and like tribute. Either keep the Boris Storm for the pop, or ends on Draco. Huh? No. Wait. I don't think there's a line for that. Oh, you mean like playing extra bricks? No. We're not doing that. No. No, but oh yeah, but like there's extenders in the deck, right? Like that is not good because it plays extra bricks. I don't like those extenders at all. Yeah, like the Zonda, it's like another level 6 or like level 5 dude. I don't remember, but yes, like you don't want to play that. Usually, you either just go Body Storm here. You go Body Storm and then you banish both Blackwing Dragon and the Body Storm to end on Tax Dragon, and then you have a dead Shanga in the graveyard. Or if you have anything else, right? Let's say I have the fucking Core of Chaos, right? Let's just banish the Vata here. You know, let's just assume that that's a line, right? So here we just Zephyros bounce this guy back. Wait, what? Why can't I banish this? Wait a second. Oh wait, wait, Core of Chaos doesn't work because he gets banished. He cannot return to the hand. But anyway, so you get the point, right? So but yeah, so usually let's say I didn't use the Chaos here, you just go into this thing, right? This thing goes like Descent Shamal or something, doesn't matter. And then just go into Tax Track. Banish this, and that's it. That is Tax Track. I forgot this guy gets banished. All right, so, you know, come on, I haven't used this guy enough to remember the effect. But yeah, that's usually the what just usual Sudri ends on. Or if you want, you can keep the Body Storm on the field and then send Sharga, and Sharga is a pop 1, right? But Suji on its own doesn't do much. That's the thing about Blackwings is you have a ton of 2-card combos. It's not a towers though. You don't end on the towers. You can't end on the towers because this thing. I assume you mean like tribute the Suji to get the token, but this guy needs a Blackwing tuner, right? Needs a Blackwing tuner. The token does not count. You cannot do that with the token. Yes, this is why that's the whole point of the one tax dragon. It's a field wipe. You know, you're not really going to be relying on him on your opponent like activating 11 monster effects and somehow still not outing this guy. You know, the goal is like the field wipe, which again it's not much because he still has like 4 monster effects available to him to negate, or he can just imburn, right? But yeah. So let's just let's just end for now. And now we're going to go over to the deck list, and then I'm going to show you a couple of replays of like, okay, so what do we do going second, right? Or what is the goal going second? How do we play going second? First, let's show you the deck list. This is the deck. The chaos, the core of chaos here is not mandatory. You can get rid of it because like it's mainly just for Chaos Angel, but it's also like a neat extender to go into the Nothang or like other like shit. Like if you have like Simoon, you can use that to go into Draco, right? It's just like a level 2 tuner, not bad. But you can just like replace these with 2 imperms. But the rest of the deck is, does the dude lock you? The locks in the deck are Simoon locks you into no. Yeah, this guy does. This guy locks you into light or dark. Yeah, this guy locks you into light or dark. But the Blackwing locks are Vata locks you into dark, like from the extra deck, dark monsters from the extra deck. The Moon locks you into dark monsters from the extra deck, and the tribute effect of Sudri locks you into dark synchro monsters from the extra deck. I'm sorry, I lied. It's actually just synchro monsters from the extra deck. But anyway, those are the locks. The small world bridges. Anything can bring you to anything for the most part, right? Ash bridges into might into any Blackwing you want. Maxi bridges into might into anything you want. Might bridges into Bestials into anything besides Simoon. Like any Blackwing bridges into might into anything you want, right? Or if you already have the might in your hand, it bridges into a Bestial into anything besides Simoon, right? Like it just, Small World is like the best card in the deck, unironically. It searches you anything you want. Why do we play 2 Chinook? I like 2 Chinook because it kind of helps in those grindy games to like get the second Chinook in the hand. But most importantly, I like him because he's the name you can banish off of Simoon, and also he's good going second because he can just spot negate a very like annoying card. So let's say you can go Simoon combo, but have a Baron on the field. You can Chinook the Baron, force out the Baron, and then you go your line, right? That is the whole point of Chinook. Let's see. Anything else I want to comment on? Probably not. Harmatan is a very nice one-off because he helps you in certain lines, and he's also a free special summon, and he helps you kind of like freestyle a bit because you can make him any level you want as long as you play it right? Because like if you have like a level 4 on the field, this guy can become level 6. That's a Chaos Angel, right? But yeah, so for the most part, this is the deck and it's fairly standard, right? Why do you play the Call by the Grave? Because you lose to Maxi, and sometimes you can lose to Ash. If your hand is like Simoon plus Blackwing and 3 other bricks, you do lose to Ash. If you have extenders past that, you don't care about that for the most part. So yeah. Now let's show you some replays. Let's go do some replays here. Let's go versus I do believe this is also Blackwing replay, but let's see. Okay, so let's do this. What do we do going second? In this replay, I go second against one of the most oppressive boards in the game, and that is triple tax dragon, right? It is actually a Blackwing mirror, and that is triple tax dragon, of course, because of his hand. Like his hand was like these two. He ended on triple tax. As we said, this hand can be like Sudri. I'm sorry. This hand can be triple tax or double tax and a hot red. He chose the triple tax line. Let's see what we can do against that. And as you can see, our hand is not like crazy either, by the way, right? Our hand is like all right. But what do we do against triple tax? We only have 4 monster. What is that in his hand? Oh, this thing. There's people who play this and I don't know why. This thing is so bad. I'm gonna be real. This thing is so fucking bad. I just cannot trust the list. So what is his board? This board reads, I cannot destroy these guys by battle or like by card effect once per turn, that is. And I die on the 4th monster effect. And I have no board breaker. What do we do? All you need to break this board is Sudri plus Black Whirlwind. But because my hand is like kind of all right, I don't need to activate the Sudri to like save up on a monster effect. But this thing again, DC, you don't need to worry about this. It's not a good card. I might keep it real. So anyway, I think they just keep it as like an extender. But and like a level 4 tutor. Oh, sorry. Because searchable, because Shamal actually cannot be searched because he's way too big. He's 1600. So anyway, let's see how we break this board. Activate the Black Whirlwind, normal summon Sudri. We don't activate the Sudri because we don't need to. But let's say our hand was just these two. You activate the Sudri, activate Black Whirlwind. Whirlwind searches the Harmattan and Sudri searches the Vata. What do we do? Special summon that. Harmattan effect, go into this. He tries to negate, we called by that, right? Because we need that. We really need that this effect to resolve because we are very limited on monster effects here. Harmattan. And we do burn here. Minus 2100 KW. We go into Raider's Knight. We go into Arch Rebellion Xyz Dragon. That was 2 monster effects we just used. And this is the 3rd one. And that's game. And we don't burn anymore because these guys are all negated now. And that's game on board. So this is generally how this deck goes second. This is how this deck cooks going second. And I believe this is also like a... I hope it is, at least. I hope it is a Blackwing replay. I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, it is, and I'm going first. Why did I save this going first? Oh yeah, I remember why. Okay, so this is me taking the Maxi challenge. I'm taking the Maxi challenge. It's crazy because we're taking the Maxi challenge turn 1, and we're still gonna win because Giga Chat, we do not care. We do get disrupted quite a bit as well, so negated, disrupted, everything. Everything is just trying to happen here, but it's just not enough. And because the Vata did not resolve, we could not go into a second tax dragon. We did not have the Blackwing dragon, but you know, assuming he did not imperm us, would have been able. There goes the second imperm, and there goes the third imperm, right? Triple imperm, by the way, right? He might as well have had Dark Ruler, right? He negated 3 monsters on the board. He also bestialed, and now we cook. That's a level 8, and we pop 2 cards on the field. We negate the Xiamin because we don't know. Sometimes people are on like double punk for some fucking reason. Look how much this guy is trying after Maxi, by the way. He's down to 4 cards in hand after all of that. He can't even destroy us by battle because, you know, because of this guy. But now, what can we cook? What can we cook? What can we cook? What do we cook going second? Suju effect. And because we have a black synchro, dark synchro, we can actually use the Chinook to negate if it tries to pop us. And that was game on board. There was nothing you could have done there to stop me from cooking, right? So it's just the deck can be fairly good going both first and second, but the only weakness of the deck is if you're going second against removal boards, right? So if the opponent has like Mirror Jade, Branded Beast, you know, it's like those kind of things really hurt because you can play through negates to some extent, but removal is way too good because removal stops your searches and gets the monster off the board. So yeah. What tip do I have for any Blackwing player? Do not be afraid to experiment with the lines, right? What do I mean by that? Learn to play the deck by feel. Learn to be like, okay, so I have a level 4, a level 4 and a level 2. Maybe if I go Nothang and try to do some Nothang plays, maybe I can cook. Maybe there's a line there, right? Let me try this line out and see if it turns out well, right? Don't be afraid to experiment because a lot of the Blackwing deck is non-linear. Non-linear means that you don't have a very like strict code you have to stick to and be like, okay, so my hand is this is my combo, right? Because then you could get disrupted and the whole combo falls apart and you have no idea what to do after that, right? So once you learn to play the deck by feel, you will learn to play way easier through disruptions. You learn to play way easier through hand trap, and you will also learn to like mix cook with like a lot of different hands. Like your hand could be like, as you saw me, my hand was like at one point was like Sharanga, Harmatan, a Bestial, and like Chaos. And the line there was like anyone like who doesn't know to play the deck by feel would be like, okay, so what the fuck do we do? There's no Suji, there's no Semun, what the fuck do we do? It's okay, so you normal summon the Sharanga, special summon Harmatan, link these two both into Boreas Storm. You banish one of these with Magna Hut. Magna Hut and that guy can go into like a Tax Dragon if you want, and then you have a Chaos score, which, you know, there's a lot of different lines that you could have done there to really like do a decent board, right? So because of the Chaos score, you could have maybe gone like a Chaos Angel line with black and white, you know, with a light and dark Chaos Angel. Now show Chaos Angel. Okay. Let me see if I can get a Chaos Angel, because the thing about Chaos Angel is ideally he will not be on your turn 1 board because you'll have to sacrifice something unless your hand is like cracked, right? But let's just see if we can get a Chaos Angel line. Okay, so this is not Chaos Angel. Usually the Chaos Angel is there because in certain lines, after you get disrupted, the Chaos Angel, you can do it, but the point is like, why would you end on Chaos Angel turn 1 unless you make it with Light and Dark, right? Chaos Angel is a turn 2 card for the most part because his access to level 10, like sometimes you will be left with like a Nothang and a Suji on board, right? But you don't, so you have nothing to trigger the Whirlwind, which can like still get you some combos. So that's why you keep the Chaos Angel. It's like you bench one card on the field, and you get the Black Feather Whirlwind effect to like reborn. So that's why it's like it's mainly a turn 2 card, but if you have the Chaos cards, which are really good, you can actually end on it turn 1 and like really make use of it turn 1. Like full field unaffected is broken, but it's like unnecessarily broken turn 1 most of the time, right? Like a regular Blackwing turn 1 board is already like unbreakable. So okay, let me just up the cards a bit. Let me just go for like the triple chaos, just so I see it a bit more often. Because I'm not even seeing like the small worlds, because I could like small world into it, but actually no, I want this. Yeah, just take one of these out. So DC, do you understand what the point of Chaos Angel is? Which is why sometimes there's people who could I mean, this is Chaos Angel, right? Let's see. Like this is one of the hands where it's like I don't know what I can end on with this, right? So let's just try it out and see if it works. Right? So let's do Vata. Search. I'm gonna try to go for the Sharanga here. Right? Because I want to end on Chaos Angel. So let's just do Vata here. Send this and send the Chinook. Activate the Zephyros. Bounce this shit back. Special summon this. You can go into Boreas Storm. Boreas Storm is nothing crazy in particular here. Okay, so we're going to do a freestyle line here. Let's just use the Chaos thing first. The Chaos Angel. I mean, the Core of Chaos. Go into this. Go into Chaos Angel, so we don't forget. This is the Light and Dark Chaos Angel, right? So this is like the full, like, unbeatable board. It's fine, just show with Moon. I mean, no, it's fine. Let's just show. So here, if I go into Boreas Storm, I don't really do much except like do like Text Dragon. So because I want to see what I can end on, let's just try. Let's experiment, you know. No Thang. Now we can normal summon again. Black Whirlwind. What can we end on? We can do Orochi. Sure. Let's get the Orochi. Now we can just do here we can do either the Blackwing Dragon again to go into the Omni Negate, or you can pass on Draco. I feel like I like the Omni Negate a bit better though. All right, so do this. Go into Hot Red. And this is both cards here are unaffected. You cannot out them. And they cannot be destroyed by battle. And you have an Omni Negate on board, right? So this is actually a fairly like decently hard board to get around. Or you could have ended on the Tax Dragon, which I think I also like, because unaffected Tax Dragon can actually go kind of hard. Right? So that is just a usual example of what do you do when you have freestyle hands, right? You just experiment with it and see what you can handle, right? And usually you won't be mistaken. I can small world here. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We're gonna do it with the Ash will be annoying though. I kind of don't want to click on it every time, but okay. So where's there so much stuff going on in the chat? Ash yourself, Giga Chat. I could actually do it. I could just ash myself, and it wouldn't matter too much. But hey. Also, like I got to showcase a small world like bridge to go into Core of Chaos. So that's also nice. I'm not sure how I can end on, like what I want to give up to end on the Chaos Angel, but let's see. We're gonna try to cook. We're gonna try to cook because I'm kind of doing a freestyle line here. I'm not gonna get rid of the Simoon yet, so let's just do nothing. Yeah, so because with Core of Chaos, I can end on the usual board, but instead of the Omni Negate, I will end on the Chaos Angel, on the Light and Dark Chaos Angel, which is also really good, right? Or if you want, usually you would still go for the trap, but you can also use this to end on to keep the Omni Negate, right? You keep the Omni Negate if you do this, right? Because the two cards you use, you can just summon them back. Yeah. Actually, no, wait. I'm kind of not cooking. Never mind. So let's get the trap here. No point of the trap. The point of the trap is you get evenly, you die. That is the point of the trap, right? Because the trap triggers the Shamal, which will be in the graveyard. You don't underestimate the trap. That is the idea. So this is where we'll go Core of Chaos. Banish something. You can also banish from hand, by the way, which is really nice. Let's go Chaos Angel. I probably should have searched the Shanga here. Kind of a misplay on my part, but fine, I guess. Bro still doing the same combos? No, because it's Chaos Angel SMH. Right, and this is just triple tax here with the trap in the back, and yeah. But yeah, DC, you never underestimate the trap. The trap is way too fucking good. And yeah, now that I think about it, you also could get the Omni Negate too, but you have to give up on the trap. So I guess you could do that as well. If you get the second Black Whirlwind, all you have to do is send the Harmattan instead of this, and when you summon Harmattan again, you copy a level 6, make it level 8, and that's a level 10, right? For the Chaos Angel. I mean. So this will be the board, or you can just give up the trap for the Omni Negate. But I feel like I like the trap a lot more. And this is the usual Chaos Angel play. So yeah, what did we learn? We learned that we are a turn 1 deck mainly that is not supposed to lose when we go first. We can play through hand traps decently. How do we play through hand traps? We learn not to play this deck. Ayo. But how do we play through hand traps? Through Max C, you need to have the out. You don't really end on much under Max C unless it's like a full armor pass or like your hand is like kind of specific and you can end like a full armor with a Chinook in the hand. You know, it's like there's not much you can do. You've got to have the auto maxi, right? It's similar to like Dragon Link where it's like, oh, you can just do Seal's pass, but that's not the real, right? You lose to maxi. Bait with Simoon if you get stop surrender, yeah. So what about Ashe? Ashe, most of the time, as long as you have an extender, you play through Ashe. You don't care about Ashe, right? You normal summon Simoon, that gets Ashe, you summon something else, start searching, start freestyling, you know. How do you play through Imperm? Same thing. You get Impermed on usually Vata. You go into your other place. Ashe on Vata is right. Ashe on Vata is alright, but Ashe on Vata only like makes the combo a bit weaker, whereas Ashe on Simoon has the potential to stop the entire turn, right? So Ashe on Simoon is high risk, high reward, because if they already have a Sudra in hand, you accomplish nothing, absolutely nothing. But if they don't have the extender in hand, you actually just won the game, right? He passes on a Sudri, on a Simoon, sorry. So it's a very like up to you how you want to play it out. Like if you have a feeling that he does not have the extender, you just Ashe the Simoon, normal summon, and they pass on that. Or if you just want to play it safe, you know, you just Ashe the Vata, like make the combo a bit weaker, not much weaker, but a bit. Ashe Vata is just correct. Yeah, but like that's not, it's not terrible. Like you can still end on quite a bit after the Ashe Vata. Oh, my bad. Now, let me just show you what you can do assuming Vata does not resolve. I'm glad I did not go first. Bro, really milking this now? No, I'm gonna like cut this down for the video, you know. But I'm just saying, like, even if you get hand trapped, right? So yeah, this is a perfect combo, right? I'm gonna actually Ashe my Vata, by the way. Not even just not gonna activate. I'm actually gonna Ashe my Vata. I'm gonna Ashe myself now. It's gonna happen. Man, I'm actually Ashing myself. Oh my god. Let me just set this so I don't accidentally activate it. So now what do, right? So you just go no thong here. Because you got the usual searches, right? You go no thong. Activate Shamal. Bring back Sudri. You don't care about the Feather Whirlwind yet. I'm not sure what this board will end on, by the way. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna activate the Sudri here. I'm just gonna activate to like such a Chinook or something. I don't know. Actually, let's just not activate it at all, right? So we would have searched the trap, right? Or the second spell. Regardless, we just have it. So let's just go. We can go Shanga. We can go for Chinook because we have the trap. Let's just go for Shanga. It's fine. So let's just do this here. Tribute for this. Go for Boreas Storm. Let's not activate it yet. We're good. This dumps the Zephyros. We don't activate the Zephyros yet. Let's go into the first Tax Dragon. Bring back the Boreas Storm. Again, I have no clue what will end on, by the way. This is the second tax. And now, okay, so I actually know what will land on. So now you can summon the Simoon again, or the Nothang, whatever, same thing. So the Nothang here, you can either go Blackwing Dragon and then banish both for the third tax, or you can go Draco Berserker. Right? I feel like I like the Draco Berserker here just a bit more, right? So you go on Draco Berserker, and now you asked Vata, and all you accomplished is you got rid of one tax dragon, and now that tax dragon is Draco. Or like, no, wait, no, sorry. You got rid of one tax dragon, and sorry, you got rid of one tax dragon, and the Omni Negate turned into a Draco Berserker, right? So it's not like this board you're just gonna play through it, right? Like, surely, yeah, that's all you needed. You asked the right thing, right? It's still a very, very oppressive board. There's still the trap. There's the Sharingan in the graveyard for pop. You can get a Chinook. I do believe you can get a Chinook. Did we get what happened to the Chinook though? What happened to Chinook? Okay, wait. Did we not send? Oh yeah, because Vata got negated. So you can still get like Chinook was banished with Sudra, right? So we're not going to assume the Chinook is in there. So you're still gonna get the fucking Sudri in the. Oh no, there's no Shamal. So after you activate the trap, you can just reborn something. So I guess if you have the Chinook somewhere in the banished zone or graveyard, you can bring it back for the negate, or you can bring back Nothang for like another 800 burn. You know, this is the pop 2 or the towers. You know, it's still a very strong board, right? So this is why like Ash on Vata is not necessarily correct. It does slow down the board, but not that much. So yeah, another example of how do we freestyle with the lines. You know, you just keep on cooking, keep on pressing the buttons, play with the level 2 and level 4s, right? Play with the level 2 and level 6s, right? See what you can end on. Don't always just spend everything on the board and then be like, okay, what the fuck am I cooking? If you notice, when I try to play my hand like this, it's my head is itchy. So when I try to play my hand, when I don't know what I will end on, I don't just vomit anything I can. I don't just like shotgun the field spell activation. Like I don't just reborn the first thing that comes to mind. No, if I don't need to reborn, I won't reborn. And then when the board starts to take shape, I start to visualize what the board will look like, and that's when I start reborning the things I need, right? Because I'll be like, okay, so I need this, so I need to special summon level 4 here to go into this, and this will go into another thing, you know. That's how you play through freestyle hands. And yes, Bear, he has to play this on solo so he doesn't derank. I have to play this on solo so I should show you guys the fucking combo. Shut up. But yeah, this was the beginner's guide to Blackwing. You now should know how to play through disruptions, how to play through Ash, what to do like turn 1, what is your game plan turn 2, which, as I said, the game plan turn 2 is either you just synchro spam if they allow you and then you just go for game, but usually it's going to be Raiders Knight into Arc Rebellion. So what is the number one thing you need to remember when you're going for this line? Do not activate Sudri's tribute effect. It locks you into synchros. Be very careful. You're locked into synchro monsters if you do this. You cannot go the Raiders Knight route. So what about Chaos Angel? If you have the Core of Chaos, you can end on it turn 1, and it is very strong turn 1. However, usually this is when you get disrupted and you need something to go into, or turn 2, you can go into this to like get rid of something on the board and have a 3500 beater, right? You just banish one card of the board, like a problem card, before you like continue cooking, and then you like have also beater on the board. But yeah, and as I said, the number one tip: do not be afraid to freestyle with the combos, right? Try to play with the combos. Try to play with the levels. Try to see what you can end on. Don't be afraid to end on like a non-optimal board, right? Even I, in tournaments, sometimes end on non-optimal boards, right? I sometimes mess up the combos, right? Like they're not linear. It's not a big deal if you mess up. Okay, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna miss on one disruption. Who cares? There's still like six disruptions on the board, and you play through disruptions. You learn to play through it, right? So anyway, thank you all so much for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.